So let's test the Nokta Legend against some other detectors. I'm not really too worried about it being around other metal detectors because it's pretty good on EMI, I would say. But what we have to worry about metal detectors, if they're compatible with the other detectors that we are using, and we are using pinpointers, right? Most people out there have the common sense to use a pinpointer, right? If I don't have a pinpointer for the day, I go home and get a pinpointer, or 2 of them, sometimes 3 of them, right? There's necessities in metal detecting, and the pinpointer is a necessity, right? It's actually just as important to have a good working pinpointer as a good working metal detector. So you can actually find your targets in a reasonable amount of time. And I'm going to turn this Legend on, and I'm going to test it on the MI4 or the MI4. It's pretty much the same as the MI6. And the Garrett. This is a pinpointer that a lot of people use, right? I don't use it because it just doesn't work in my soil, and I don't like how it performs in the iron, right? Because I have hot soil, right? And in relic dumps, or when you get around a bunch of holes that have iron in them, it just goes back crap crazy, right? I can't have a metal detector that's going to hit on all the nails in the hole, right? I want to find the higher conductive target, or the target that I'm going for, not the nails, right? So so some pinpointers don't perform very well when you have another detector next to it, right? I learned that with my MI6 and the simplex, right? If that simplex is on, even if it's muted, my MI6 and my MI4 do not perform, right? I get some weird tones. Sometimes it doesn't even want to pinpoint, and I just get some really erratic behavior. And I want to test these pinpointers. A lot of people use the Garretts, right? Doing very well. I'm at 24 gain, multi-frequency 1 park mode here. Seems to be doing pretty good, right? So I'll go to multi-frequency 2 park mode. Seems to be doing pretty good. Now I'll just change frequencies here. 4 kilohertz. Seems to be working good. 10 kilohertz. Oh, get a little bit EMI from it. Just a little bit, not much. Listen to it. Not too much. 15 kilohertz. Working good. 20 kilohertz. Working pretty good. Awesome. Now I'll try a field mode. Getting a little instability there with the Legend when I start pinpointing the target there, right? And this detector does not have a mute button. I don't think it really needs a mute button, unlike the simplex. That simplex, I never would have used that thing too much more unless it had a mute button on it, right? It just drives me nuts, you know, having to push a lot of buttons to mute the machine, to turn the volume all the way down when you turn your pinpointer on, right? And the simplex is very sensitive to pinpointers, just any pinpointer, right? Working pretty good there. Multi-frequency 1 field mode. Multi-frequency 2. Pretty good. I'm at 24 gain here too. 4 kilohertz. It seems to be really quiet in 4 kilohertz. Seems to be very stable in 4 kilohertz in this spot right here. Most of my detectors go crazy in this spot here in the lower frequencies. 10 kilohertz. Look at that. Not even. They work perfect together, flawless, right? 15 kilohertz. Pretty good. I would say that's doing really good. So I'll go back to park mode. Multi-frequency 1. Is it off? Yeah. MI6 or MI4, same thing. Works really good, right? Oh, no, I'm having some problems. Oh, see that? When they get close to each other, this MI4 is going crazy. Listen to it. I don't know if you guys are able to capture that, but it doesn't work when it's close to coil, but I'm usually not that close to coil when I'm pinpointing anyway. But that's multi-frequency here. Multi-frequency 2, park mode. So the multi-frequency 1 is interfering with the MI6 pinpointer. Wasn't interfering with the Garrett. Right? I get it close to it. Still works pretty good close to it. But like I said, I'm not usually this close to my coil with my pinpointer. 4 kilohertz. Pretty good. 10 kilohertz. Oh, having some problems in 10 kilohertz, right? I kind of imagine that because they're really close frequencies to each other, right? But like I said, I'm not going to be pinpointing something that close to my coil there. 15 kilohertz. Oh, there's some malfunction there in 15 kilohertz frequency. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I'll take this speaker off, this cap off here, so you guys can hear it a little bit. See? Not compatible, right? 15 kilohertz, it ain't gonna do it. So I'll just go to, I'll go to 20 kilohertz. Not nearly as much as 15 kilohertz. I'm getting a little bit of, not as bad as 15 kilohertz. So 20 kilohertz or 40 kilohertz, not even affecting it one bit whatsoever, right? So let's go to field mode. Multi-frequency, it's affecting a little bit. Or no, that's 20 kilohertz, excuse me. Go to multi-frequency 1. Oh, having some problems there, right? And when you get deeper down in a hole there, I've noticed that the simplex interferes with this MI6 even more, right? That's when I have to turn the simplex actually off. Even though the metal detector is muted, it is still on, right? So it's still affecting the pinpointer, right? Right. I can't have that when I'm in a hole, right? It's working pretty good, actually. Multi-frequency 2. All right, getting some interference there. 4 kilohertz. Getting some interference there. 10 kilohertz. I'm getting a lot of interference here, right? I'm about 2-3 feet away. It's not working, right? See, look at that, see? Right. It's giving me vibrations, but it's not giving me tones, right? 15 kilohertz. So even if I'm 3 feet away with this coil here, it's still affecting it at single frequency 15 kilohertz, right? But it's not affecting the Legend, right? It's only affecting the pinpointer, right? I have to see if these things are compatible with each other, right? I want you guys to know this stuff, you know, before you buy a pinpointer or before you get a Legend, you know. But a pinpointer is a lot cheaper to get than a detector, right? Oh yeah. Let's keep it serious here. Okay. This is a test. This is not, oh, just went away. Look at that. Because my freaking pinpointer died. No, it's still on. My pinpointer's still on, man. It's still on. It's never done that before. It's never done that before. The light went off for some reason. That was weird. Anyway. Very, very important things to know if your metal detectors are compatible with each other, right? I'm not carrying I'm not carrying the Legend with me and the Simplex with me or my other machines with me all the time, but I am carrying a pinpointer in my bag with me, and on every target, pretty much every target, I'm using my pinpointer. I just got to know before I get out in the field. So I get out in the field on my first day and realize that my pinpointers aren't compatible with the detector. I need to know those things before I go out. And I'm going to do some tests on some rings here and some jewelry with the Legend and see how it performs just in the air. You know, see if it'll even hit it. You know, if it's not going to hit a target in the air, it's not going to hit it underground, right? You know, there's just a reality to this, you know, before I go out metal detecting. I probably won't be able to get very many videos today anyway. I'm waiting for somebody to show up here in a few minutes. Waiting for another package to arrive here. So, you know, I'm just going to test some rings and some jewelry and stuff. Some small jewelry and some a lot of rings. Well, thank you for watching. Please subscribe.